Wow.
The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. The verse is so crucial. I spit it deep, it's Confucius. I leave you leaving with lesions, lacerations, and mass confusion. Playing, you losing. I leave your city in ruin.
What's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Trash Talkers Podcast.
We made it.
We made it, Smoke.
Yeah, we did.
What it do, what it look like, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be.
Man, a little bit of everything, man. I had a birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy belated.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday,
I try not
Smoke.
to celebrate those things anymore, man. You just feel old.
Can I be honest? I think it's weird when a guy's over the age of 30 and still saying, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Like, when you flaunt
Never
it,
done
like...
that. I don't even think I did it in my 20s.
It's a little weird when after I get it. Yes, you're celebrating life. You know, you're celebrating another year of being born on this earth. But when you're like, hey, it's my birthday, I deserve a discount. Like, man, sit your grown ass down, man.
Does anybody like when you go to a restaurant for your birthday and they come out and sing to you?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I do
like
that as a no, not for me. I do it as a prank
because
no one likes
thing.
it.
Like, why
like,
though?
hey, look, his birthday is and
they
happy birthday.
Okay,
we're so
it's
glad
their birthday, and you're gonna do something that they hate.
I mean, it's a funny thing, like a prank thing.
To the person that's being done.
We did that to my stepdad at Benihana's.
I'd just be sitting there like,
dude, they came out with a.
Alright, so sing your damn song.
He wasn't even expecting it. Me and my mom was like, look, let's tell him. Hey, look, tell him to go do this. They come out with this happy birthday. We're so glad. He was like, oh my god, it's so funny though. It's just like it's a prank thing, man. But no, happy belated birthday to you, brother.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Did you do anything interesting on your birthday?
Nope, not at all.
Did you get anything?
A couple things, yeah.
Can you name them on camera? No, don't. We won't tell them about that.
We're not gonna tell them about that big.
Nah. No. What I got going on interesting. I'm just happy we're getting rain in Georgia right now.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it.
Man, it was dry as hell. But now it won't stop raining.
Dry as your grandmama.
I'll take the rain every day over a drought, though.
Dude, I love when it rains. Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, all right, you know how, like, to me, the rain, like, one of my fondest childhood memories is when we used to live in the hood, I had my bed directly towards the window. And, like, when it would be cold, like in the colder months, I would raise my window to hear the rain. Sometimes a raindrop might even hit my face.
Yeah, that feels so good.
Yes, dude. But now it's like, as an adult, it's like, all right, it's the middle of summer. I got my AC running. It's like, oh, I want to hear that rain and open up that window.
And the heat rolls.
Yeah, but now you're like, God dang it, I can't let the air out.
I know.
Now I see why grandmama, close that door, you letting all my cold air out.
Dude, it's something like the spring and fall, though, when you don't need the AC or the heat on, you raise up and that cold rain is falling. You feel that cold air blowing in on your face while you laying there. Oh, God, that is great.
Nothing like it, dude.
Yes.
Nothing like it. Guys, we have an interesting topic today. We're going to answer our top 5 questions that we get asked on either a video, podcast, Spiral Out, Live with the Tribe. We're going to answer those questions today. But before we do that, we always read the top 3 comments from the last podcast that we previously did. All right, the number 3 most liked comment comes from Miss Foodie Diva. Again, Miss Foodie Diva's been here quite a while. Thank you, Miss Foodie Diva. Miss Foodie Diva is the number 3 most liked comment, and her comment is, hate Patriots too.
What were we talking about on that episode?
It was your topic. It was why did we base our clicks around the music we listen to? And I think you had said I don't like the Falcons or something. Or,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems really random. Yes, absolutely hate the Patriots.
We are not Patriot fans here. And if y'all know about Atlanta and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, you, especially if you're from Atlanta.
Everybody who's not from Boston hates the Patriots.
That might be true, actually. Yes. That might be true. Shout out to Miss Foodie Diva. The number 3 most liked comment from that podcast, if I can pull it up here, is from Kat Murr. Shout out Kat Murr. avid listener of the Trash Talkers podcast.
Yes.
Cat Mur said.
Mur.
How do you say the last name? Cat.
I say Mur.
Mur? Cat Mur?
Yeah.
All right, so shout out Cat Mur. Cat Mur said, you know what bought / brings people together who like vastly different music is weed.
Yeah, it does.
I met so many different people with different taste in music was because of wonderful marijuana.
Yeah, well, that does do it. Because once you hit a little bit of that lettuce, man, anything sounds good.
Yeah, that's a fact. They try to divide people about that so much back in the day, but it brings unity, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I mean, you think about it, a lot of drugs were illegal because of the certain cultures that did them.
Yeah. The number one most liked comment from that podcast is from Levi Amongst the Watchers. Shout out to you, Levi Amongst the Watchers. Oh, wow, this is interesting. Levi Amongst the Watchers said, anyone else experience a long span of blank screen in the video? Or is there something wrong on my end? From 1156. Yes, there were technical difficulties, which was rare. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't know how it happened, but we fixed it, so.
Some people who watched it after, like, probably 9 in the morning did not have that.
Yeah.
But
I think that's
if you
actually
watched it
correct.
early, yes, there was.
100%. All right, Smoke Dog.
Yeah.
We are here to answer the 5 most asked questions that the Trash Talkers ask us.
It's kind of like a ask me anything, but ask me certain questions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, hey, we're here to do it. Shout out Johnny for helping us out with this one. Do you want to start out with the first question? And some of these we have explained. Some of them we're not going to touch too much on. But the first one is we've said this before. But Smoke Dog, would you like to tell them the first question that Trash Talkers want to know?
Yeah.
How did we meet, Smokey?
For the 747th time, I will tell you how we met.
And I will add to it.
Yeah, actually, I was living in the ghetto. It was a place called Settlers Grove.
Settlers Grove.
Yeah, I lived right up on the hill, kind of at the first turn of the neighborhood.
You pull in, bust that right, and then bust that left,
Yep.
and then that's your house right there on the left.
Exactly. Right, it was a hell of a hill too.
Yeah, man.
Man, when
I
it
had
snowed
a stick.
outside,
No, hell
you
no.
had to park on the road.
I had a stick shift, and I'm just now. I'm like, God dang, bro, come on,
You ain't
man.
getting up that hill.
Dang.
But yeah, so I set up a recording studio. I'd already been doing music before with a few guys, and we together had bought equipment to record with.
And he's telling his side of the story of how he met me, and I'll tell my side on how I met him.
Yeah. So one of the guys who would always come over and record, his name was Billy, and
Shout
he
out
happened
Billy.
to be friends with him because I had gotten out of school a couple years before, maybe 3 or 4 years before you did. You might have been in 9th grade when I was a senior or something like that. But yeah, so I was living in the Grove and recording, and wow, so many people came over. Many people would come over.
I'll tell my side, but go ahead.
If you live in the hood
and you
have a recording studio set up in your house, people will knock on your door that you have never seen in your entire life. Like, hey, can I record?
And you know what's so crazy? Smokey's such an introvert that I can't even fathom him doing that now.
Yeah.
Like back then.
Not now. I definitely wouldn't do it now.
I mean, y'all don't understand. Settlers Grove is the hood.
Yeah.
It's the. I mean,
There's drive-bys,
shootouts, all kind of stuff. If you lived in that neighborhood and you happen to say, "Look, hey, you got a studio? Can I rap?" Smokey would say, "Come on down,"
dude, because I love doing it so much that. I know a lot of artists are kind of selfish with their product, and you know you never see features on some artists' albums and whatnot. But I was always one that I thought the more people you work with, the better you get.
Chance.
If you find rappers who are better than you, you can work with them and actually get better yourself. And I did that. I would work with anybody and everybody. If you thought you could rap, come on over. We'll find out. Because I always thought I was a pretty good rapper. So we're going to find out. If you're better than me, I'm going to get better.
You are.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
But
did you stop rapping? Did we change the channel? Is it no longer rappers rap? God dang.
I am a pretty good rapper,
Yes.
but I thought I was back then also, you know, and I've improved so much since then. But so Billy would come over and record. We'd do some crazy songs here and there. And Billy started bringing just random people over. Like, he would just show up with a car full of people that I'd never known before. And I was like, man, one of these guys got to be able to rap, right? So one day he brings this fool over. And he ate all the pickles and...
I stole the pickles and the baby cookies.
Yeah. His meat ate all...
Now, meat put me on the baby cookies, and I started eating them too.
He's like, you gotta try to eat baby cookies.
Shit, man.
They look like them little sweetbacks that you put in your mouth and they just dissolve.
Y'all gotta think.
It's like cotton candy. You just put it in your mouth and it's gone.
But we was also, you know what I'm talking about. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
But yeah, so I think the first song we did, like, I was like, yeah, this fool can rap, man.
Do you remember the first song we ever did together?
I want to say you did that story of my life, which is weird.
Oh, no, I do remember. It was, let's start the age at 11. I started rapping
I always thought it was kind of weird that you did a story of your life at 17. Your life is just beginning. And you're like, this is my life story.
Man, I'll never forget that. I remember writing it on the school bus. And the first line was, and I was, the first song I ever recorded, I think I was 11. But I was writing before then. I remember the first bar. It was, let's start the age at 11. I started rapping with Devin. Man, we would smoke marijuana. I'm talking 24/7.
Yeah.
And I recorded it in the studio.
Yeah, and then we did a bunch of collabs. And I think it probably wasn't but a weekend we started doing diss songs to people that you had a problem with.
It was so... I beefed with these guys in school. Smokey did not even know these people. And I had a little recording studio at my house as well, but Smokey's was more, it was better quality, better equipment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, bruh, I've been beefing with... I done put out 3 diss songs before I even knew you. And I'm like, look, they responded again. And it's just me, and it's 3 of them. I'm like, look, man, we got like 5 people over there on the track. And Smokey's... One line that I do enjoy that Smokey put, he said... Smokey said on the song, I don't even beef without a formal introduction, fool. So here it goes. They call me Smokey. Nice to meet you. You. And I'm like, look, man, these my dogs.
I wish I could have saw their reaction when they heard that.
Man, and then we made like 7 more after that, man.
We gave them boys hell.
Hell, TNT, man.
I kind of feel bad for them these days.
Smokey said, I heard your name was TNT. What'd you say?
I heard they call you
TNT. Well, I'm going to call you Titsy.
Yeah.
Man, we went in on them boys.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. Because we didn't know who the hell they were.
No, I did.
I think Billy knew who they were.
Yeah, me and Billy knew who they were. And remember we did that song, Billy was like, I ain't gonna dish y'all on this one, but wait till the next one.
And then he finally got on the track and dissed them too.
And then made a makeup song with Nick. Like, come on, man. Man, we supposed to be dissing each other. No, but and I guess the same way I met Smokey is the same way as this is right when I had moved to this side of Atlanta, and I came here and I had a album that I just made called Eternal Element, and I was passing it out. It got to Billy, who Smokey brought up, or aforementioned earlier, brought up Billy, and Billy got it, and he was like, man, yo, jamming. He was like, why don't you come to the studio? And this whole time I'm thinking, man, this dude, y'all gotta remember, this is me coming from a all black hood Atlanta to coming to, what would you say Newton County was at that time? Like 50% black?
The high school?
Yeah.
It was about 50-50.
So 50%, so I'm going from a school
maybe 60-40 even.
At that time.
Yeah.
I'm coming from a school where I'm the white guy. They would be like, hey, what up, white boy? They call me white boy. So I'm coming
to like 40% white people in Newton. Yes. So you're like, wow. I ain't never seen this many white people.
100%. It's like, God dang. So I come over, and now I'm like, okay, there's actually white folks here. So I make an album, put it out. Billy gets it. I think I was coming out of, was it Miss Williams?
Maybe.
It might have.
You're never going to see that cap and gown, Mr. Cowan. You're never going to see it. You sit back there with Mr. Davis and you say all those awful words and you talk about the
Hey, man, leave Miss Williams alone, bruh. That lady going to find us one day.
She's going to show up one day.
One day. And it's going to be all on you, bruh.
She's going to make a diss track.
It might have been me coming out of Miss Williams' class and Billy came up to me and he was like, look, man, I heard your stuff, man. You going in. And then I think we did like a freestyle like later that day in like the cafeteria and I'm rapping. And then I show him the TNT disc. I think that's what brought me over. And then Bill was like, come over. And I'm thinking I'm finna get jumped. Like, y'all finna beat me up. And I'm like, all right, cool. I show up and I'm like, all right. And I think it was just you there at the time.
It might have been the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Tyler or somebody, T-Mac.
I don't know, but I remember because my mom would let me, this is right when I got my driver's license, so she would let me take her car. And Billy came over to the house, and I was like, all right, let's take my car. Billy gets in my car, we go to Smokey's house, and when we get there, I'm like, okay, cool, let's make some music, and that's how we met. I guess we have to give Billy the props.
Yeah, absolutely.
Connecting the chain. Shout out Billy.
If it wasn't for Billy, we wouldn't be here.
This would not be a thing. All right, our second most asked question. You ready, Smoke Dog?
Yeah.
What do we do for work?
You talking about shoot jobs?
Shoot jobs.
The real jobs.
Yeah, our jobs outside of here.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of
in the wrestling business. That's called your shoot job.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah. Anything that's takes place outside of kayfabe is a shoot. So
yeah, but what we do here is not kayfabe.
Nah, definitely. But it's still show business.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to put too much of our personal life on camera. So I mean, how are you gonna answer this question?
Well, I've done many things, man. I've done so much manual labor in my life. Me too. Let me go through the list. I started off in high school.
The question is, what do we do right now?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
All right, go ahead.
I started off in high school working at Hardee's. Just doing fast food thing. I worked at McDonald's.
There, okay.
Yeah, like everybody does usually. From there, I went to a sprinkler company that my dad worked for. So I did that for a little bit, and when school started back, I went back to Hardee's, and then I went to the automotive store, the auto parts store.
Wait, did you quit? Did you quit Hardee's, or did they fire you?
No, I stayed at both jobs at some point for a while.
Well, you said you went back. So did you quit, or did you?
Oh, when I got the sprinkler job, yeah I did quit for like 3 months and went back.
You're like, all right, I'm back, y'all.
I did. Dude, I did that like 3 times at Lord. I'd go do another job, and I'm like, this job sucks. And then I'd be like, hey, y'all, I'm coming back.
Y'all, please.
And fast food is like that. You can just walk back in and be like, hey, I need my job back. And they're like,
all right, we need fries. Come on, get on fries.
So I went from there. I started working at a mechanic shop. I worked on cars because I was a big car head when I was younger. I built cars, and mostly there I was doing like the simple stuff though, because I was like 18, doing brakes and oil changes and all that stuff. After all that, I went back to another sprinkler job, and then I started my driving career when I was in my very early 20s. And over the years, I've done that mostly at that one company. But yeah, I've been a driver for many years now, 20 years maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Just keep it at that. Just driving.
Yeah, I mean, you want the address?
No, you don't want to put specifics out. Don't do that. So, okay, well, if we're bringing up past jobs, same here. My very first job, I was a busboy, and Mom, I ain't throwing you under the bus, but my mom, when I went to middle school, my mom worked at my middle school. So she was my English teacher, and she would not let me call her mom in class. It'd have to be Miss Bonds. Hey, Miss Bonds, because she looked at it as like, hey, you can't show favoritism towards it. So, but anyway, there was another guy that worked. I think it was a science teacher, but he had you might remember this place. It was on Buford Highway, and it was called
the flea market.
Nah, it was a
welcome to Buford Highway Flea Market.
It was some job, but she knew him, and my mom was like, hey, he needs to, because you gotta remember, my mom was a single woman at the time, taking care of raising a child to become a man. Mm-hmm. So I had my first job at 14 from that guy, and I was a busboy, and it was all under the table. Hope I'm not getting anybody in trouble.
You weren't working at Shooter's Alley, were you?
Man, no.
At 14?
Bruh, if I'm working at... Nah. Damn, I'm trying to remember the name, bruh. It starts with a B. I can't remember.
I don't know.
If I said it, you would know it. If I said it, you would know it. But then, all right, so 14, I went there, and then when I came to this side, then I started working at McDonald's after school, and then I worked at I worked at I was sell flooring. I sold like carpet, hardwood floor, tile. I was a salesman for a while. Then I went to sell suits, and then I sold cars for a minute, and then I went to South Carolina to escape substances, and I was a salesman over there as well, selling cars and anything, but like being a salesman. Then I came back to Georgia, and then when I went to Georgia, I went to go work at like a scrap yard, like a junkyard, where hey, if you needed a transmission or we'd go out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Salvage, yes.
Yeah, it was a salvage yard, but I drove the loader, so I'm the one that picks up the cars and squish them after it's got stripped down. Then I left that job, and now I'm I don't want to say the exact title, but just say I sit behind a computer all day long and tell people what to do, which sometimes I feel like I'm holding grown men's hand, but love my job.
In my job, I run, like, I am the only one left at my warehouse.
We're bosses. We're bosses.
Yeah, because there is no one left.
Yeah, like one thing about you, like, you don't really have to directly answer to somebody.
No.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, I've been there longer than anybody else that works for the company, because I started working for the old man, and he passed away like 2018, 19, somewhere in there.
Rest in peace.
So, the company was handed down to the kids, and it's about to be handed down to the third generation.
Which would probably be Smoke.
Yeah. So I've been there longer than everybody.
Hey, well, Smokey might be leaving us here soon, as that's what it sounds like he's telling us.
No, but I would like to hire someone else to do some of the stuff so I can stop doing the things that I've been doing all these years.
And we can focus on this. Yeah. Ultimately, we this is what we love to do. We love to do this, and this will be our future permanent job. So
entertainment is the only job that I've ever truly wanted. The other stuff is just to pay bills. And
we say and I want to point out, we're both rappers. We're rappers at heart, but we never made like a living. We didn't make enough money to support bills.
Tried. Like, I actually took off 2 years and toured the country, and actually it was almost 3 years total. But yeah, I tried. I mean, I made some money. I was recording people. And
see, that's where I made a lot of my money. It was recording other people.
Yeah, I was producing music for whoever would show up. It's just being where we were. It's just, and if you don't have like a brick and mortar studio, there's not that many people that are showing up to sustain your entire lifestyle, of course.
And it's so crazy. We said we would touch on this topic the least, but for some reason we're on it the most.
Yeah. I mean, if they find that interesting, it's kind of mundane in a way.
We're answering the questions you guys ask. All right, now, what's your favorite 3 Tool songs? Would you like to go first? Your first favorite 3 Tool songs? Or you want me to go first?
I think I wrote some down. Do I want to stick with these yes, I do. You know what? I'm going to give an honorable mention to Sober, but all the Tool fans know that you can't really say Sober because that's the song that everybody knows. Even though I'm going to break that rule with
Schism. I feel like Schism might be in there too.
It's not.
All right, give me your top 3 favorite Tool songs.
Number 3 is Eulogy.
Ooh.
He had a lot to say. He had a lot, nothing to say.
Oh, that's such a good song.
God, that's so good.
What's your number 2?
And the long build up in that song.
I know.
Stink Fist.
Of course it is.
I don't want it. I just need it.
Yes, man.
To breathe, to feel, to know I'm alive.
Heck yeah.
Finger deep inside the borderline. Number 1 is absolutely, without a doubt, Anima.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yes.
I'm so surprised you didn't have one of my top 3. Anima's up there, man.
Dude, Anima is by far my favorite Tool song. Absolutely. I could change the other 2, Stinkfest and Eulogy. I could flip-flop them either way, but there is nothing over Anima, in my opinion.
So, all right, I didn't have an honorable mention, but since you brought an honorable mention, I'm going to bring an honorable mention.
Okay.
Before I get to my top 3, my honorable mention is definitely Lateralus.
Oh, yeah.
Lateralus is one of those ones where it was just like, I feel like I was doing homework listening to that song.
It was. It was. We had to sit down and examine that video, then re-examine it, and then go through and talk about what we found in the video.
Yes, man.
Then try to put it all together and give y'all an explanation of what we thought the song was. And then the cameras kept rolling, and we talked about it even more.
Yeah, it did.
That ended up being like a half-hour video.
Man, I mean, literally, our Tool... Again, guys, there is a playlist on our channel.
Yeah.
You can go check out our Tool Tuesday. To this day, we're still trying to figure out how we can get a Guinness Book of World Records, because I truly believe that we have the Guinness Book of World Record for most Tool reactions and most Slipknot reactions, which we'll get to there. All right, so my honorable mention is Lotta Rallis.
Yeah.
My number 3 most favorite Tool song is Maynard's D.
I
love. I know everyone's like,
it's the only song that's not really Tool.
I get it. I mean, it's on a Tool album.
Yeah, it is.
But I get some people might say, "Oh, you like it because it's tongue in cheek." Yeah. No, it's actually a really good song.
It actually is. Yeah. I mean, if you change some of the lyrics to make it more radio friendly, that thing would have hit on.
Dude, that's a fire
on alternative radio.
Yeah, when you slide 6 inches on Maynard's. I love it, dude.
On Maynard's.
Oh, I love that song, dude. All right, my number 2.
Yeah.
Is Numa.
Numa, of course.
Become Numa. Dirt, 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 dirt. Dirt. We are, man. Oh, that's just such a recall. Remember, we are born of one breath, one word. Sun become burner.
I will say,
hard, dude.
I will say that's probably my favorite song on Fear Inoculum.
Dude, that song is. Never mind.
I know you have a song that you like even more of Fear Inoculum, and I can guess what your number one is.
What's my number 1 favorite Tool song?
It happens to be Descending.
I don't have children, but god dang it, if I had a child, it needs to be birthed to that song.
Yeah.
It needs to be that.
It's got the perfect build-up.
Dude, that, yes, that, and that, pop, 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 pop. Life. Oh, I love it, dude, man.
Yeah.
God, I don't know, man. Tool has a special part in both of our hearts because it kind of started the channel.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it kicked. That was the first song we ever did was Sober. Tool was the first reaction. You know what? Actually, I lie.
You're right.
We
right.
We attempted like
XXX Tentacion.
Yes. Was there 2? That we tried before.
We did XXX Tentacion, and then.
But we weren't serious about doing reactions.
No, we were.
It was just like whenever we didn't have something else, like to fill in, we were doing esoteric podcasts during that time, and we would just fill in like every now and then. We're like, what do you want to do today? Hey, there's a new song out.
Right,
let's check it out.
Didn't we do a Tekashi 6ix9ine reaction?
I think we did something like that. Yeah.
Got the blicky. Those are our top 3 favorite Tool songs. All right.
Yeah.
The next question that you guys ask us most of the time is our top 3 Slipknot songs.
Yes. The 2 biggest bands on our channel, by far.
You think bigger than Baby Metal?
Well, actually,
think about that.
Yeah, Baby Metal was huge too. But they're not asking what's our favorite Baby Metal song.
Good point.
That's the thing too. There is some overlap between Tool and Slipknot. You know, and I know they are completely separate entities by far, but there are some overlap there. The Baby Metal crowd was there only for Baby Metal, and then they got the hell out.
Yeah, it's
there actually is a couple of you still hanging out, and we really appreciate and love it.
Shout out Blingtron 5000. You know what I'm talking about? That dude's on every Baby Metal video ever.
Absolutely.
Dude. Shout out him. All right, what's your top 3 favorite Slipknot songs? Y'all asked for the our question, or y'all wanted to know these answers, so here you go.
I'm gonna break my Tool rule about Sober. Because the one song that a true fan is not supposed to name as their favorite song is going to be what I name for number 1. But number 3, Nero Forte.
Ooh.
I love the blending of that melodic hook with his evil speed rapping over the top of it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, that song will get stuck in your head. Just the melodic part just gets stuck in your head over and over.
I'm curious if we got any of the same. Go ahead. What's your second?
Number 2 is The Devil and I.
I almost put that on the list.
See the devil in I. Yeah.
I almost had that one on my list, man.
Man, there's so many more names. Spit it out.
All right, come on.
People equals. All right.
People equal.
Number
Yes.
one. Yes.
Shout out to the maggots, man.
Number one is absolutely. I shouldn't be naming it.
Well, you
but I
named
am.
mine. Can I name yours?
Okay.
Remember for my tool, you
Yes.
named mine?
Yes.
Psychosocial.
Absolutely. That is by far Slipknot's best song. And I get it. It's their most popular song. That's their biggest video on YouTube or whatever. And people who are not even Slipknot fans like that song. I understand that. But it's because it is their best song.
Psychosocial.
Yeah. I love Psychosocial.
And there's nothing wrong with that, broski. If that's what you F with, if that's
Sometimes the popular stuff is the best stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
for a reason.
That's a fact. And if that's what you F with, that's what you F with,
Yeah,
broski.
absolutely.
All right, here's mine. Same reason you went with the melodic, chill,
Nero Forte.
Yeah, on Nero Forte, yeah. I'm going to go with Spiders.
Spiders.
Yes.
All right.
Because it has a similar thing where they're but then they also got the I love that, man.
Yeah.
The chill vibes to it. Also, all right, number 2. This one's kind of weird for me because before we did this song, I just remember everyone making jokes about it. And I'm like, okay, I need to see. And when we finally got to it, I was like, I see where the joke's is. You know what it is, right? Liberate
Bananas.
Exactly,
Yes.
dude.
I was thinking about that too.
They liberate bananas. And I don't, to this day, I don't think I know what he says there. Liberate.
Oh, I think we did pick it up. I can't remember the exact words now that you bring it up on the spot, but we went back and redid that video. We did the studio version, and it was easier to tell.
We'll have to go back and check it out. Now, you want to look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Definitely.
Because when I heard it, I'm like, all right, what is this about? And I like it because it's not only does it show Slipknot's comedic side, but it shows that they can be
Liberate my madness.
liberate my mind. That's right. That's right. It's because the maggots were like, look, wait till you check out Liberate. And everyone was like, bananas. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the song's just going to be.
It absolutely sounds, on the live version at least, it sounds like Liberate Bananas.
Yeah, well, not only, I first took it as if they were saying, oh, dude, wait, you hear Liberate, it's bananas. So I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be a crazy song.
Yeah.
And I check it out, dope song, reason why it made my second favorite Slipknot song. But when I heard it, I'm like, I hear bananas to this day. But I'm like, it liberate bananas. But now I know he says, liberate my bananas. Goes in, dude. All right.
Please set my bananas free.
Please.
Yes, they do not deserve that.
You said my first one.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, no. What was it?
Spit it out. Come
Yeah.
on, man. Come on, man. Shows the aggression of Slipknot. Shows that this is who we are. This is what we have to say. And if you ain't man enough or you ain't woman enough to say it, we gonna say it. And not only are we gonna say it, we're gonna force you to say it. So spit it out.
Absolutely.
Love it, dude.
Just the aggression of Slipknot, man. It amazes me how they held that aggression for so many years towards society.
Bro, I'd be like, y'all still mad? God dang. It's been 15, 20 years. Y'all still mad?
Society is like, we like you now, man. Why are you still mad at us?
Go home.
Society's like TNT.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And
Like
Slipknot is like us, still dissing
Still
them all
going.
these years later.
It's like Slipknot was like, all right, we don't like this about the government. All right, government says, you know what, Slipknot, we're sorry, we're going to fix that. Well, we don't like this either. All right, you know what, we're going to fix that too.
I feel like Slipknot is like, you're not supposed to like us.
God dang it, why don't you understand?
us now. I've got more stuff to say.
I promise you, Corey, Mick, any of the members of Slipknot has come home or come to the studio and be like, look, bro, I got a $45 ticket for parking on the side of the road. I'm sick of this. Liberate my tickets. I swear, dude. Oh man.
Absolutely.
All right, the last question that you guys have asked us and y'all want us to ask or answer is, what are our top 3 favorite New Metal Monday songs?
Yeah.
Just to give if this is your first time watching this, guys, we have a segment here that we do every Monday, which actually happened yesterday, but we do it every Monday, and it's called New Metal Monday. And what do we do on New Metal Monday, Smokey?
We beat Monday's ass
And explore the nuance
of new metal.
100%. Yeah. What are your, from what we have done from our New Metal Monday so far, what are your top 3 songs?
Man, see, I had thought about it, and some of the things that I had come up with instantly, we had actually covered before New Metal Monday. So I actually had to go back and look at just the ones we've covered under New Metal Monday.
So I do have one too, but we recovered it because it was a live version.
Yeah, well, that works as long as we've covered it under there. Man, my first thought though was like, oh, I got to put Down Rodeo on there. But apparently we covered Down Rodeo.
Down Rodeo, yeah.
Before New Metal Monday. But starting off, one of the funnest songs we did was by Bloodhound Gang.
Oh,
the fire
wow.
The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the mother burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn.
I was not expecting you to have that on your list.
What do you say? I don't know. What do you say? Hello, my name is Jimmy Pop, and I'm a dumb white guy. I'm not older, new, but middle school, 5th grade, like junior high. I don't know mofo, y'all peeps be bugging, give a props to my hoe, cause she fly, but I can take the heat, cause I'm the other white meat, no.
Come on, man.
What did he say?
You know enough.
I know there's something. I don't know. I've listened to that song several times.
Shout out Bloodhound Gang. Me and you, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So god dang it, let's do it
like they do
on the Discovery Channel.
That monotone delivery when he sings or raps is just ridiculous.
Bro, he goes to his grandmama's house before he goes to the studio, picks off a clothespin.
Yep.
Me and you, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. That's what he does, and it works.
It does.
It works.
It's so good. Number 2, I actually went with Rage Against the Machine.
I knew it.
And Testify.
Ooh.
Because we have covered that one. And as anyone who has watched this channel for a while knows, I loved Rage Against the Machine before we ever did this channel.
I knew I knew there was going to be at least a Rage song.
Yeah, it has to be, man. Because like I was working at that Hardee's that we talked about previously, and there was this Jamaican guy.
I was about to say, please tell me you didn't testify against the boss.
I should have. No, I actually got along with the bosses there. I hated them at first, but then once I got to know them, we were cool, and I just worked whenever I felt like it.
Arby's, we're not a sponsor, but if you want us to be your sponsors, just know we have the meats.
Or Hardee's even.
Who did I say?
Arby's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean Hardee's. Sorry. I have
or Carl's Jr. Whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Jamaican guy actually introduced me to Rage Against the Machine. He was like, "You should like this. This is rock." You know. But
he thought
I was like, I like rap though, and he's like, "But this is rap."
Oh,
this is rock.
That's
rap.
what got you. That's what intrigued you. You was like,
exactly.
"Oh, what you got?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1 is actually Korn.
Which
Blind.
One? Blind.
I can see, I'm going blind.
Dang. That's a solid list.
That is a hard hitting song.
That is.
Man.
It is.
Yeah.
Man.
Like there's so much Korn that I wanted to put on the list that we had already covered before we started New Metal Monday, because we did a ton of Korn songs before then.
And we're not going nowhere. There's many New Metal Mondays.
Lots more to come.
We got plenty more to come.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my number 3.
Yeah.
Now, this one is kind of a recent one. I actually have I've got 2 recent ones, actually. All right, so one is Diamond Eyes by Deftones.
Yeah.
The reason I...
Not to shine down, Diamond Eyes.
No. The reason I F with Deftones' Diamond Eyes, dude, is because I know so many trash talkers say Deftones kind of ain't new metal. No,
they are.
They are, and
Just because they've done other things doesn't mean they were not new metal.
And Diamond Eyes is one of those songs where it's not really rap, not a flow. It's one of those ones where they're just like chill, but still hit you in your chest, like Lawrence Taylor after he just hit a. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. My number 2, Smoke Dog. Chop Suey.
Oh, of course.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Wake up.
That might be the first System of a Down song we ever covered, but we did, like you said earlier, we redid it for New Metal
yeah,
Monday.
you're right. We did the live version. I was trying to think, is that the first Chop Suey song? I mean,
it might first System of a Down. Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my number one.
Mm-hmm.
My number one. Sorry about that, guys. My number one. That we did the video actually came out yesterday.
Okay.
And y'all gotta look at it from our point of view because we've done so many. But maybe this is recency bias.
Yeah.
But it's Numb.
Yeah.
By Linkin Park,
Yeah.
man. I mean, we effed with the song, but when we finally got to see the video,
Yeah.
and then have that discussion about like, God, it's something about that. Maybe it's something in my childhood, something that happened, but it's something about that song to where it just makes you feel like, even though the name of the song is Numb, it makes me feel so alive.
I think it's supposed to be the opposite, though, right?
Yeah, it's very oxymoronic if you think about it.
Exactly.
I mean,
because he's always channeling his depression through his lyrics, and I mean, that is a release, though, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean, you get your depression out through listening to the song, through screaming along with the lyrics, and it does make you feel better.
It does.
And I think that was his cross to bear, is that I can put my depression out here and get it out of me, and it also helps you get it out of you, so we all feel better in the end. Unfortunately, R.I.P. Chester. You know.
Was that a pun?
What's that?
It all makes us feel better in the end.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Man.
Yep.
Shout, man. That y'all wanted to know what our answers were to the most frequently asked questions. That's what we have, and if y'all let us know what y'all think, like give us y'all what are y'all's top 3 favorite Tool songs? What are y'all's top 3 favorite Slipknot songs? What are your top 3 favorite new metal songs? And if they're songs that we haven't done, maybe eventually we'll check them out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and you know what you can do?
What can they do, Smokey?
If you guys have any really good suggestions for topics that you want us to talk about, much like this, but if you have specific topics that you want to hear us talk about, leave a suggestion down in the comment section, and we could possibly make an entire podcast about your topic.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. If you guys got something y'all want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section. 100%. Guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this episode of the Trash Talkers podcast. Again, many great reactions coming out the rest of this week. Hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. And Smoke Dog, you got anything else?
I think that's it for this week.
That's it for this week, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. And with that being said, my name is Behringer Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez. Come on.
And we are.
Over.
And
out. Deuces. Yeah, boy.